Hello and welcome back to Forza Horizon 3. Today, we are in a Domino's pizza car. Simply just because, um, and because of that, I believe it is really quite the best idea to see if we can, in fact, deliver in style. If we can uphold the Domino's promise of getting your pizza to you in less than 20 minutes. And to do that, we're going to see how long it takes to drive around the perimeter of the map. Now, I think there is a race for that, but I don't know which one it is, which is quite unfortunate. But so I'm going to try to find that, and I'll be back with you momentarily. I believe I've found the correct location for the event I'm after, and that is the Goliath circuit, as we see before us. So now the trick is to try to get down here and land on our four wheels, which we have just done. I'm not really interested in actually racing, as per se, just getting my time. So this takes us a very large distance across Australia in a loop that should, if everything goes according to plan, challenge us to the 20-minute time limit. And because we get to see our time at the end, we get to see if delivering in style with Dominos really does fit up to its name or something like that. Because, if a car literally is partaking in a race to deliver your goods to you, then, that's quality service. Like, they're doing the unthinkable. I think I missed that checkpoint. Or not. Okay, that's fine. Good. Off to an early lead here. Not too terrible. I have to say, I really enjoy driving this car. Maybe it's just because it's sort of lower speeds, but it handles quite nicely. The only problem is this is its maximum speed, so we're not going to get much higher than this. And as we drive through the roundabout, it does appear as though some of our competitors can, in fact, reach higher speeds. But as I said, this isn't about the race. This is about finding out the time. Now maybe I should have gone in beforehand and done a bit of adjusting to the car just to determine if I can make it go any faster or not. From memory, when I actually made this car up 3 years ago, maybe, however long it was, I just did the quick and easy, unlock the highest class stuff just so it does go faster than it usually would as like a D class vehicle or something. It is in S1 right now. But we're performing pretty well. I'm sitting solidly in second place. Perhaps about to be overtaken, but we're just sort of getting in the way of their cars. I should keep my eyes ahead of me. And there we are. About to be, a little bit of skidding. Drifting, Wow, everyone's really caught up now. That's not amazing, but it's fine. I think one of the big faults here is that I am not paying attention to where I'm going. And maybe I should start to do that. We'll take a look inside the vehicle, and it now sounds like from the inside the vehicle is about to explode. I'm not quite sure how high or low I have the audio settings on OBS, but if you can hear it, I am sorry. But at the same time, I am also the one experiencing this, so, you win some, you lose some. Yeah, this car does not like performing at this high of a speed. It does feel as though Domino's should have invested a little bit more money into some better vehicles, we'll say. Some that can handle the promise of a 20-minute delivery time. Might I add, it does cost, at least for me in my area, $3 extra to satisfy that delivery time. But nonetheless, it's a promise you'd think they'd be able to keep. And as a chain operating all across Australia, they need to be able to get anywhere at any time with any vehicle. And I would think, oh, I hate you. I would think that this is one of their, you know, probably lower class vehicles. Alright, okay, making up a little bit of distance here as we just weave in and out of some of the vehicles, having a little bit of collision with one or two of them along the way. But once again, we are sort of struggling here. We've sort of entered a different biome now. We can see another Horizon Festival ahead of us. Probably the second of, I think there's 3, maybe 4 that are throughout. No, there's definitely 4. So I imagine we will pass all 4 of them at some point. But yeah, it's a different environment. We're out of the forests, more into the open lands. And the competition really is picking up its pace at this point. With all the cars apparently stockpiling. So you can see in the minimap, the top 4 cars are sort of just cementing their place up there, and I think I am now basically in dead last, which is unfortunate. You know, it is what it is. I don't see us actually winning the race. And from what I can see, it does look like the rest of them are using the same class vehicle. Which, you know, it's sort of an unfair advantage. You'd think, well, you'd hope that if you are in a race, that there'd be a little bit of diversity between the competition, and it's not just a one-man show in terms of, you know, the vehicles being used. We've gotten past the stage where the car sounds like it wants to explode, and it's sort of just struggling now. I feel as though it needs a break. It's sort of juddering sound now. I'll just let go of the acceleration for a moment just to allow it to fix itself up, and no, it doesn't really do much. We are quite a ways back from the competition now. Dominos perhaps should have chosen their vehicle to use for the delivery service, but I'm sure that we will still be able to, you know, in time get the delivery completed, and the 20-minute guarantee to be held up. That was a terrible turn I made. I just didn't follow the lines at all. Or the speed markers. Oh, that was a bad idea. Yeah, I wanted to go for a drift there. Maybe I should just not. Yeah, we'll simply go in the corner this time by taking our finger off the accelerator and hitting the brakes for just a mere moment instead of doing a handbrake drift. I can imagine that if I was using a much faster car, it would be that point during the race in which vehicles start going flying, at least just the one that I'm driving, because I'm a little bit of a reckless driver in this game. I don't really care for the safety of the vehicles. We're now entering the Gold Coast region, and I wasn't looking where I was going. I was looking at the skyline ahead of me. I almost missed that turn. But yeah, so we're out of the desert, I'll say, and back into more of a populated environment where we actually get a little bit of rain, and that can be seen with the lush green environment around us. I have to just keep on going with that because I was talking. But that is yet another tree crash. We've finally hit a few homes, and I'll actually rewind that one because it was just terrible. I really need to start paying attention to why is that corner so hard to get? Right. I guess I should have taken a wider approach to it. That was even worse than I could have even possibly imagined. But, you know, it does mark an indication that we are in a different environment now. The cars ahead of us aren't awfully far ahead. And I imagine as we now start getting to, I guess, narrower turns and whatever, they might start slowing down more. I might start being stupider with the way I take the turns, not really caring about the well-being of my car. There was a moment there where I was gaining distance of them, but now that we're on a straight, it appears that they are just powering ahead. finally reached another Horizon Festival, which is very nice. We passed the Ferris wheel. I'm really starting to get annoyed at the sound of this car, because it just sucks to listen to, basically. Right, we have another sharp turn coming up, indicating yet another change in region as we leave the Gold Coast and head our way back to Byron Bay. Once again, leaving the city, we can see shipwrecks on our left. A few houses as well. And we hit some rain. I can no longer see the rest of the cars. Oh, there they are on the mini-map I was playing. Seems because they are too far ahead of me. But as I slowly gain some distance and they double back on the race, you can see them just in the horizon there on the other side of this sand and water. And the rain is setting in. Swap to the inside of the vehicle, just, you know, to immerse us a bit more, make it feel like we're actually driving in the rain rather than having a wet monitor. Sharp left turn here, so we'll slow down a little bit just so we don't overextend ourselves and collide with anything I say as I crash into the stone there. Hopefully the weather should start to clear up soon. We have a little bit of slipping on the water here, and we've got a nice bit of open ocean to our left now as well. It's quite a scenic drive we're experiencing here, if not for the sound of my vehicle and the fact that I'm looking at the water and not the road. But yeah, still have no hope of actually catching up to our adversaries. But I do believe that the race is going to come to a close very soon, as that is Byron Bay, where we started this adventure off at. And we now hit sand, which is good and bad, mostly considering that the fact that we're a two-wheel drive automatic vehicle, I'm pretty sure, driving in this sort of environment doesn't work well for us, especially at these speeds. Oh, there we go, crashing into some rocks because of the difficulty it has in controlling. And yep, there's the finish line ahead of us. We come in dead last place, which is pretty disappointing considering we started the events in first. But, you know, that's what happens sometimes. And as we slowly drift our way into the finish line, we come last and we discover, do we have what it takes? Yes, we do. 14 minutes and 26, maybe 31 seconds. We can, in fact, deliver on the promise of providing the best delivery experience to you in a Fiat 595 from 1968. In a race against a few other vehicles that are all of the same make and model. That being said, I'm now going to re-attempt this challenge in a different vehicle, in one which I believe perhaps may provide a better experience for Dominos, one that, you know, will have a greater effect in delivering speeds and stuff like that, you know, all the exciting stuff. And that is my Lamborghini Aventador LP 7700 for 2012. It is my favorite car in this game for no reason really. I just like the car. I'm not going to make you watch the event. I just simply want to see how much faster it will be doing the event in this car than in the other one, as this one can go about double the speed. So here I go, off to the race, and I'll see you in a minute once the race is over, just to see how much faster it occurs. Alrighty, so here we are at the end of the race, and we come in first place, and the moment of truth now. Now, it only took us slightly less time 4 minutes is the difference that was made. 4 minutes. In a car that, for a lot of it, was going 400 kilometers an hour. Now, what does that mean? I think that means that if it's struggling to deliver pizzas on time, maybe it's an option to buy Lamborghinis for all of the delivery staff. But otherwise, I think they're fine sticking with their Fiats that go 200 kilometers an hour as an option. So there we are. Domino's, keep doing what you're doing. You can accomplish that 20-minute delivery order, doing a loop around Australia, and delivering in 14 minutes just for that $3 extra from your customers. Good work. So thank you all for watching. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.